have to play our game in order to at least compete with these teams. You know, everybody's in here for a reason. We just need to get the boys calmed down a little bit, get the nerves out. We did that after that first period, and we were just able to play our game for the rest of the game.
Coach, do you take any, comfort heading into a game like this, knowing that, yes, Mahtomedi's been here before, but your team's a lot more senior heavy and I guess maybe a lot more experienced than they are?
Yeah, there's been a lot of things this year that we've learned really from maybe past failures isn't the right word, but past experiences. Losing section finals the last couple of years, and I give our team a lot of credit. They battled. They spent a lot of time this summer changing their mindset and working hard, and throughout the year. We had a lot of close games, and we talked about that in the locker room before the game, that we've been in these scenarios before. We talked about it before the third period, that it seems like we've been a goal up, a goal down, or even going into about 15 games this year, including winning 2 overtime games in the section semifinal and final. So the guys are fairly comfortable in that. Not that you're ever completely comfortable in a tie game in the state tournament, but I think they were prepared for playing really hard in that third period and having a chance, and it was great to come through, and these guys just played fantastic. So fun win.
Mike, how did your experience as a player playing in the state tournament, how does that compare to being a coach at the same level?
Oh man, it's amazing. It was 32 years ago, so it was a while.
Yesterday.
Just yesterday it felt like, but that's one of the reasons that you coach. Your experience of playing in events like this, are so special. And I occasionally talk about that, but not very often. I want these guys to make their own memories. But back in the day, it was at the old Civic Center, which was such a unique building. And coming back here, of course, you get all those same feelings about the state tournament and what it means, and to look up in the crowd and just see this awesome support group from Northfield. They've been there all year for us, but it's all these guys. They did it this year, so it was just fun for them to take the coaching staff along with them.
Next goal to put you up in the third there. What does that do to the bench and momentum and everything when you're trying to pull this thing out?
Yeah, energized the bench for sure. I thought there was some real ebb and flow to the game. Clearly we had that state tournament jitter that first period, as Nick talked about, and kind of reset in the second and got our game back for a while there. And then, I thought Mahtomedi swung back and maybe took the momentum at the end of the second. So that next goal is huge. In the state tournament, teams do different things when they're down, and we just kept trying to stay the course. So when Nick scored that goal to put us ahead, we tried to talk about not changing our style. We wanted to keep pushing forward and get another one. It came late, empty net, but and then of course Ryan was just rock solid back in the goal and kept everything out in front of him, and it was awesome, a lot of fun.
Ryan, is that your father that's the Northfield girls coach?
Yes, it is.
And again, it's different genders, but the inspiration to watch the girls go to the tournament, is that something that fueled you guys like, hey, let's go do that ourselves?
Yeah, I think so. We saw the girls do it and we knew we could do it too. So he gave me some advice, and it's just a lot of fun to be here.
What kind of advice did your father have for you?
Some of the basics, like the boards are bouncy, but just to take it all in too. And once it starts, then it's just like any other game, and I'm just going to play my game.
Did the schedule work out for you guys to be down here in support of the girls team, or were you coming in fresh here this year?
Well, it was during our section playoff,
Yeah.
so I don't think we got up here as much as we may have wanted to, but we got to watch them and support them.
Ryan's younger sister is a goalie for the Northfield girls team as well, so I think that's where he drew his inspiration.
Mike, I've seen it already on Twitter. People have said, well, I hope this gets the new rink done. Or said, is that a hot button topic in town?
It really is. It's been talked about for a number of years, as we so lovingly call it the structure. We had a little bit of an inspirational talk from Jake Ennebeck yesterday, who's a Northfield guy, and probably he's the leading scorer in the history of Northfield. And he told a pretty unique story about during his time how they collapsed the chicken wire boards on top of the ice after a big goal. So it's been talked about for years. I know St. Olaf is pushing forward with a new rink at their facility. And they've got a lot of other things they're going to use it for with curling and with intramural sports. We really need a facelift, and the locker rooms are pretty small. The sheet of ice is great. The ice is fast, and it's fun to skate on, but from a developmental standpoint, it'd be really nice to have the guys, or the teams have their own locker room and a shower, a bathroom, yeah. Any of those kind of regular things that you rely on daily. But there's definitely meetings going on, and there's definitely some steam,
Sure.
and things like this help.
Say the girls and now the boys.
For sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. It's a big boost for sure.
Okay, thank you.
Ryan, what else about your game tonight? Were you feeling good, seeing the puck well?
Yeah, I think once I started making some saves, I just got in a really good groove, and then I just stuck with it.
Any thoughts on Nick's celebration after he scored that goal?
I liked it. I was already skating out to the corner. I couldn't believe it, but I got to see a little bit of it. It was pretty cool.
Has he pulled that one out for the state tournament, or have you seen stuff like that?
Oh, I've seen stuff like that.
Nick, that's probably like when you visualize your first state tournament game, it's probably like the type of team result and individual result you picture. But what was it like going out there and living those types of results?
I didn't really think about it at the time. It was just another goal. But definitely now thinking back on it, this was at the X, and I'm never gonna forget this. 2 goals in one game. I mean, you dream about this as a kid, playing and even scoring in the tournament. And it's just a really great feeling.
The empty netter almost had to feel as good as the first one you scored, just sheer relief.
Yeah, it was all relief. We were able to then isolate them at the end, so that goal definitely took a lot of weight off our back and allowed us to just finish the game.
Like, what do you think of his celebration on the first one?
I just saw it. Sometimes I miss these things. I don't know whether I'm high-fiving coaches or trying to think about the next line going out, but one of the assistants just showed me the goal, so I was not that creative as a player. Clearly these guys with the celebration, it's more well thought out. Also with the hair, I love the hair at the start of the games. The guy with no hair, you just envy. Pre-game, maybe that's why we had such a slow start. There were more guys combing their hair and putting hairspray on 30 seconds before we were going on the ice, and that showed in the first period.
Any other questions? Coach, players, congratulations.